Students, welcome to Vijayawada IAS Academy, and myself is Lenin, and I am the faculty of Geography and Science and Technology in Vijayawada IAS Academy. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss something about science and technology, that how we teach science and technology in Vijayawada IAS Academy, right? So we'll discuss how we will teach and how our classes will be there with respect to science and technology in our academy, right? So see, every day whatever the classes we will take on the day, right? So we will on the day itself whatever the topic we have discussed from the topic, okay, on the day itself we will give around 5 MCQs with respect to the prelims, okay, 5 MCQs with respect to the prelims, and also we will give one mains topic on the day, okay. So after at the end of the class we will give 5 prelims questions and also one mains question every day, okay. So for example, if the science and tech topic covers around 30 classes, means we will get 30 into 5 MCQs, means around 150 MCQs you can get, and apart from that every day one mains question, means around 30 mains questions will be given in the class itself, okay. So the next day we will discuss whatever the 5 prelims questions we have given in the class of the previous day. We will discuss on the next day those 5 questions, and also we will discuss the mains question with respect to whatever the things which we have mentioned in the class, right? So these 5 questions will be related to the class whatever we have discussed. This one mains question with respect to the class whatever we have discussed. So if we are going to frame the questions both in prelims and mains with the topics whatever we have discussed in the class, then you can also understand how the UPSC has been asking the questions from the same topic, okay. So we will try to find out the way in which the UPSC examiner is thinking, right? So if we can think how the UPSC examiner is thinking, then it will be easy for us to grasp the questions also, and even we can predict ourselves how the questions are coming in both prelims and mains, okay. So with this approach we will try to see in such a way that UPSC is asking the same sort of questions, okay. So we will try to discuss whatever the topics we are discussing on the day. We will try to give some questions from the same topic on the day itself, and we will try to frame the questions in such a way that how the UPSC has been asking the questions in the last 10 years. Based on those analysis of the last 10 to 15 years, we are going to frame the questions so that whatever the questions that UPSC is going to ask, when you see the paper, it will be like, yes, we have already got these questions, we have know these questions, like that. It will be very easy, and it will be easy for you to write the question in a right manner, right? Because negative marking also there in prelims, right? So we have to improve our accuracy in our prelims, right? So this exercise will help you to increase your accuracy, because on the day itself if you are getting the questions, and if you are going to attempt those questions, and if you are going to discuss the questions in the next day itself, then the clarity of those subjects will further increase, because whatever we have discussed in the class, we also have to know how these questions or how these topics are asked in the mains or prelims, right? So without practicing any questions, it's very difficult to clear this exam, right? So that's why we have planned our classes in such a way that every day we are going to give some MCQs and one mains question, so that from day 1 itself we are practicing for our D-Day exam, that is the final exam both for prelims and mains, okay. So in that way we will discuss in our class. Apart from that, we will also discuss at the chapter, whatever the chapter we are going to discuss. At the end of the chapter we will discuss all the previous year questions that have been given from the chapter, okay, because these days UPSC has been repeating some questions from the PYQs, right? So everyone knows, those who have done some analysis of the PYQs, it is very clear that UPSC has been lifting either some statement from that question of the old PYQs, or directly in some cases they have asked directly the same topic itself. In some cases they have asked the same question itself, okay. So that is the major importance of these PYQs. If someone is solving last 10 years of PYQs of all the subjects, on an average they can get directly around more than 10 questions in the prelims, okay. Imagine 10 questions out of 100 means 20 marks you are just getting by solving the PYQs. That's why in the class itself, after the end of each and every chapter, we will discuss these PYQs also in the class. Is it clear? Have understood the way how we approach, because see, without how many books you may read, how many classes you may attempt, without practicing the questions or without knowing how the UPSC is asking the questions, it is very difficult to clear this exam. That's why we have planned in a strategic manner that 5 questions of the topic of the day itself we will discuss in the class, so that you will be aware of how the UPSC is framing the questions and UPSC is asking the questions from each and every topic. Is it clear? I hope you have understood how the way we approach this science and tech for UPSC in this Vijayawada IAS Academy. Thank you, students.